This is Optimal Finance Daily, episode 515, Reader Case Study. Yeah, but how about a difficult life? Part 2, by Mr. Money Mustache of MrMoneyMustache.com. And I'm your host and narrator, Dan. Happy Friday to you. Today is a continuation episode from yesterday, so I'd recommend listening to that episode first if you haven't already done that. That is episode 514. But if you're all caught up, let's go ahead and hear part 2 as we continue optimizing your life. Reader Case Study. Yeah, but how about a difficult life? Part 2, by Mr. Money Mustache of MrMoneyMustache.com. The cars. I didn't get the financial details of your vehicles, but they're still worth scrutinizing carefully. A Chevrolet Suburban is a pretty useless vehicle. A minivan has larger capacity, plenty of power to pull a trailer, and uses far less gas. But if your Suburban is an old model worth less than $2,000 and you drive it less than 20 miles a week, it might still be a fine choice because purchase price is more important than fuel efficiency for vehicles you rarely use. As a note to other big family readers, there are some great small 6-passenger vans out there that are not behemoths. Check out the Nissan Quest from around the 2001 model year range as an example. My neighbor recently sold one in fine working condition for $1,200 to buy an unnecessary $19,000 Subaru Forester. Similarly, I assume your other more efficient car is a low-cost one, under $5,000, and that you've already replaced all adults-only trips under 4 miles with bike or bike trailer trips. Make sure you shopped around thoroughly for car insurance, check Geico, and consider dropping collision and comprehensive insurance if you haven't already. If that $160 a month figure is mostly for car insurance, there may be huge savings available, as my own car insurance is in the $20 to $30 range. Potential savings in this area? $50 to $200 a month. The food. You've got about twice as many mouths to feed as me, but considerably more than twice the food budget. This might be worth looking into, since we eat a balls-out luxury diet in the MMM household that only became so flashy after we reached retirement. Costco should be your best friend. Rice and beans and potatoes can be very luxurious when cooked with skill. Coconut and olive oil are incredibly cheap on a per-calorie basis, yet great for your health. So make high-fat meals. Free-range meat? Depending on the cost, I probably wouldn't be buying that right now, until the emergency is lifted. Even now, I feel just a little ridiculous when I buy a bit of organic chicken or ground beef, because it's so expensive, resource-intensive, and unnecessary. So I do it only once a week or so. There are MMM readers reading here right now that feed 6 people with royal family quality on less than half of what you're spending. Look to them for inspiration. Potential savings, $200 to $500 per month. The phones. As you have acknowledged already, that part of your spending is off the hook. You're not Sir Richard Branson running the Virgin Mobile Company and needing to host data-intensive video conferences from locations worldwide at a moment's notice. You can have 2 prepaid non-smartphones. They'll cost you about $10 a month and use your home internet access for long calls when you're home. Potential savings, $150 a month. Electricity. $150 a month might be reasonable if you are stuck with electric heat and you are running in the winter season. But watch out for unnecessary electric use. Keep the house below 68 degrees Fahrenheit in winter, avoid AC in summer if possible, hang dry clothes when you have the time, and ditch any incandescent bulbs unless you are benefiting from the heat they kick off. Our family is down to under 200 kilowatt hours a month, which works out to under $20, although with natural gas heat and cooking. Potential savings, $100 a month. Phone and internet. $80 a month. Wait a minute, didn't we already cover phones earlier? If you have cell phones, you don't need a landline. You can get unlimited free calling from home with Google Talk. Hopefully, with shopping around and negotiating, you can get an internet-only account for $50 a month or less. Potential savings, $50 a month. Finally, the remaining elephant in the room is income. You're making $50,000 per year right now, but that should not be viewed as your upper limit. Maybe you have skills that can be applied to a side hustle on weekends. Maybe your husband can advance in his business or another one. And eventually, your kids will grow old enough to need less care and free you up to work more in the future. And thus, the future is bright. Just be sure to capture any additional income for savings rather than lifestyle inflation. With potential savings of $550 to $1,000 a month, you have the opportunity to double or triple your savings rate. Since your current rate is about 10%, You would be cutting about 13 to 22 years off your mandatory working career, reaching financial independence that much sooner. As debts and the house get paid off, this will only accelerate. This is also a great lesson for readers who are not yet in a situation like this. Your financial life works out much better if you get your shit together before having kids, not afterwards. Before parenthood, you're free to work as many hours as you like, live in any amount of space or even on the couch of a friend, stay up all night to further your education, and more. Use this precious time to get ahead. Your future self will thank you for decades to come. As soon as the kids hit, everything goes out the window and you need to begin anew. I like to think of each child as a 12-hour-a-day job. 2 parents can share a single child and even have a bit of time to work. Barely. Beyond that, things start overlapping and stress builds. You can handle it, of course, but if you have the option, you should still get your shit together before having kids. It is worth it. You just listened to part 2 of the post titled Reader Case Study. Yeah, but how about a difficult life? By Mr. Money Mustache of MrMoneyMustache.com. And that is going to do it for this week's episodes. Thanks as always for being a subscriber and regular listener. You have played a huge part in keeping these podcasts going. So have yourself a great weekend, and I will see you on Monday, where your optimal life awaits.